Jack and Coke. That's you?
I got it.
What do you need?
I'm good. I'm sober.
You're good?
He's sober. Weiner, the Weiner is 6 months sober. Yeah. Yeah, the Weiner brought Hennigan to Burning Man. Hennigan, who doesn't do any drugs at all. He said, oh, no, I don't. Oh, I would never. I smoked. I used to smoke hash. I used to do, what do they call it? Hot knives?
Oh,
He did hot knives
Yep.
when he was a teacher in China.
A hot hit.
So now he's fucking 50 years old. He's going to Burning Man. He wants to go back.
He was drinking a lot of Icelandic vodka. I think it was Icelandic vodka. He was passing out. He was like this is artisanal vodka, and he was handing it out to people.
That's how you got him to drink it?
That
Yeah,
sounds,
yeah.
that
He said it was
sounds like
special?
Henny.
No, he brought it. He knew
Oh,
it was
he brought
special.
it.
He's,
Like, he was
he's a vodka connoisseur.
and he's like, oh, this is very special. And,
When
was
he
passing
drinks, he drinks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He cracked his head the first day he was out there.
We didn't Sean roasted?
He I guess he was getting something from his car and he hit his head on the car, so he had a Band-Aid the whole. I was out like when I first got there. I think I was working at the DMV at Burning Man, and I got there and I heard he was there, and he's like, got this big Band-Aid. I'm like, what the hell happened to you? And he's like, yeah, I cracked my head. And, he's got the shift pod and he's setting it all up.
The tent.
Yeah.
First of all, you're speaking at a rate that you go, 10-minute podcast. I got to get a lot of shit in at a
sorry,
speedy
man.
rate. No, you're fine.
I'll slow it down.
You did that earlier when we announced the 10-minute podcast. I was like, are we all going to have to talk real fast during these?
And then Andy got on the mic.
Well, we just did acid. Or Chad Weiner and I did acid.
It's a microdose.
Small amounts.
Microdose.
Just now?
Medicinal.
Microdose, yeah.
It's microdose.
Medicinal
It's like
acid.
the equivalent of 1/10 of a hit.
Weiner's been doing acid. He's been sober for 6 months now.
Yeah.
He's been doing acid every day for mental health. Microdose.
Like for
I-
the last 5 days. I
I'm
just
totally
started it.
familiar with it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's big in Silicon Valley and stuff like that. So
There's a
and
lot of
other-
things
lot
big
of
over
places,
there.
yeah.
I've read about it. Makes sense to me based
does.
on my experiences with acid.
Well, the jury's out on that because there are the study that I listened to. and
One
this
guy
is-
flew out a window. He thought he could
Well,
fly.
it was the brown acid, of course, right? Don't eat the brown acid.
it is that after a certain number of doses, how many have you done?
This is
How
5
many
days.
5 days?
5
Yeah,
days.
so after like more than 5 days, they
Yeah.
did it for 2 weeks, I think. And then there was a point of diminishing returns, which
Okay.
is interesting because this was one person.
Right.
But it was their experience, which I thought was very interesting. And I love the idea of trying things out like that.
Right.
On a level that's not going to
I'm journaling every day about my
Oh, good.
experience. I'm doing this kind of methodically instead of like just kind of like, woo, let's do drugs. I actually want to see what it does. For
We're
me.
old people.
Well, yeah. I don't know if you
You
ever
have to
heard.
have a write-off. It's a scientific experiment.
I'll do a one-man show.
You ever you know what nootropics are?
No.
Nootropics are like this class of chemicals that are designed to increase your brain plasticity. Right, as we're getting older, we get a little duller than we used to be, and I'm used to being pretty sharp. So, being dull is a scary thing for me. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to do anything that I can do.
Being dull is what I strive for.
I went the opposite way. I want to feel everything, man. I want to be.
We're
an
still
open
drinking,
sore.
though, so-
I know. Like,
And we
I
saw
wanna
last
be
night's
an
show.
Open sore.
I want to be an open sore. No, like all the pain, all of it. It's fucking glorious. It changed. Like it changed my whole life. That whole perspective.
Well, I've been
messy.
I've been following you on Facebook, so yeah, I've seen some of the things you've been going through and stuff like that. I know, and as much as I don't think that that's for me to put everything out there,
Yeah.
that you doing that is
I'm a pretty open book.
Yeah, you definitely are.
Good, bad. I don't
Yeah,
care.
yeah.
Like I try to be
You
open.
you're
about
very
it.
open about that. It's bad too.
Yeah.
I mean, so.
When it was dark, like at Christmas time, it got real dark.
Yeah.
You know, I broke up with the girl I was seeing for a year, and I was in a really funky place, and I was like, wow. And there's this concept called the dark night of the soul. I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of it. It's this time in your mid-40s or midlife that basically you feel disconnected from the source, whatever that
Well,
is.
when we hit 40, we'll tell you if we find out.
Well, I
about
know you
that.
guys are younger, so I didn't think you had hit it yet. So I was trying to tell you
Sure.
when you get there, you know. So yeah, the dark night of the soul, and basically you feel disconnected, and when you come out of that darkness, it's a whole different place, man. And it's like a rebirth, and it feels pretty decent.
I think
actually.
Chad's afraid of coming out of his darkness.
You cling to it.
I've come out of my darkness a couple of times before, but like what Chaille talked about, the point of diminishing returns when you're doing stuff. Yeah, I call that just seeing through the next level of bullshit. Like, oh yeah, no, it's all fucking the same thing. Just
But it is all bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Like, but it's accepting that and like saying, what is my role? What can I do for that? What can I do? What responsibility can I take for myself in that, right?
Well, no, I think, hey, I'm just going to go with negative and happy nihilism. Yeah, it
Yeah.
all stinks, so let's just get drunk.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's not steamroll that. Happy nihilism?
Happy
I
nihilism.
was trying to think today how to describe you to someone.
It's a fair one.
Happy nihilism fucking nails it,
Happy
dude.
Nihilism is the name of our cult, should be.
It
Because
should-
that's without having
the name of the ranch.
How
without
about-
having the words for it. That's what I'm trying to do.
The old 70s smiley face, orange smiley face with a
With
gun
the
to
gun.
its head.
Yeah, that's
By the way, that's yellow,
I'm
not orange.
just spitballing.
No, it's good.
It's an open table.
I'm good with happy
No, I like
nihilism.
it.
You-
I mean, we don't have any idea of any meaning. Any meaning we apply to ourselves is just kind of like a subjective,
well. There's
opinion.
not. I had already given up on everything and this, and then I got hooked up with these guys, and now this is fun, but it's all still stupid.
Don't blame us.
No, it's something to do though. I mean,
I think the key is just to
But
have,
people love you for doing it. And that I also see where that takes a toll on you, where you can't accept that people
Manageable.
love you.
Manageable.
Well, I mean, I have a problem with it
You
too.
do
I
too.
show
Yeah, I was
up
gonna
and,
say.
oh, you changed my life, and you go, what? I was drunk
Just
and
trying to get to
yelling
the
at
bar.
people.
See, I
was it
think
the
it's-
kick fucking a midget joke? Or?
Yeah, is that how?
Was that- is
what
that
turned
changed
you
your life?
around?
I think that's just being an asshole. Like, I can't possibly imagine anybody else caring what I have to say because I don't give a fuck what anybody else has to say.
I think most people are lemmings. Like honestly, like they're looking for somebody to tell them what to do and looking for somebody to save them, and they don't want to take personal responsibility for their lives.
Absolutely, to a fault where. Sorry, someone else talk.
I would say,
can't-
I would
can't
say,
put
I would
that
say,
together.
I feel like it should be the opposite. I take absolute responsibility for everything I can, right? Like because, like I'm the only thing I know that exists, right? You guys, if I'm a solipsist, I believe that maybe you guys are figments of my imagination that I created for some type of like learning exercise.
I would have dropped the mic at solipsis.
Yeah. What's a solipsis?
Solipsism is the idea that you're the only thing that exists.
Oh, it's solipsism.
Solipsism.
Oh, I
yeah.
know. I just saw
I-
that fucking word today for the first time.
Isn't it weird how synchronicity works like
Yeah.
that?
I always,
I actually created.
Are you a
so
witch?
I am a witch.
That's what I refer to as ethnocentrism, is where you just only view things from your own viewpoint.
Right.
That's
well,
different though.
Well, ethnocentrism is based on your own cultural identity,
Yeah.
so it's very close. But solipsism is like you guys don't even exist, right? I've created you for some purpose that I need to learn from you or
That's
whatever.
who?
That sounds familiar.
Bingo. That's Bingo's bad trip is that we are all fake, and she has created us, and that's her
She's a solipsist.
Well,
solipsis.
we can't
Sizer.
we can't necessarily disprove that, right? Like
That's what her and I have had those conversations. How,
Even in the
beat her
highest of
once.
sanity, you
I
can't.
beat her once. I go, really? If you invented all of us, this is the me you would invent? That's pretty weak.
She creates you as the heaven vision of you. Like the best possible
Really?
specimen. Really? Smoking and drinking.
Sometimes I
but
think
you would base it on your own self worth. What do I deserve to get anyway? I'm nobody special. What do I?
we're
get
all
somebody
special, right? Like think about
No,
it. Like,
nobody is.
No, I disagree with you. Right? I think that we're all special, right? Like we're not divine, we're not like some gods, but we're all special, right? Like you're the most significant thing in the universe to yourself, aren't you? And if you're not, that's weird.
See, I'm not just suicidal. I think everybody else should be suicidal, and they just haven't figured it out yet.
Okay, so like I had a good acid trip one time, right? And it stopped me from doing acid for 10 years. I had this idea.
Quit while you're ahead, kids.
Now you're doing it every day. Go ahead.
Different because I learned how to ride the dragon better, or you gain experience. But what I would say is this: is that I thought that the whole purpose of life was to kind of get back to this comfort of the womb, to get back to this connection to the everything.
Claustrophobia.
What? Yeah, in a way, and so like I never had thought about suicide in my entire life, but in that moment I did, and it scared the shit out of me, right? Because I was like, I love myself. I've created this character of Weiner, and I'm associated with my ego and my id. Like, I have attachments to this thing, and I was like, I'm going to throw it away because, like, it's all just this kind of mental masturbation of some deity. Like, so we're here, we're masturbating. Keep masturbating, man. Like, keep masturbating.
Like right now?
Like right now,
Oh.
like we all are. I mean, not like
that
it's
makes
metaphorically.
Oh, sorry.
Like I
Zip.
kind of think that's the whole purpose of the universe.
Oh,
is
I'm
like,
sorry. I was masturbating Chad.
I was wondering why
We're
the
You
table.
meant
all
ourselves. Fuck.
I was wondering why the table was shaking.
It's
Go to
because
the left. Everyone back up and go to the left.
Switch.
we're both using our left hand.
So,
Make-
so guys, this is the Dutch rudder. You grab your own dick, and then I grab your wrist, and I move your wrist around. So it's a Dutch rudder.
Dutch rudder.
The Dutch rudder. And if it's females,
was, Brett
Tracy, if it's
Erickson's,
females, it's called the Amsterdam assist.
DJ name, wasn't it?
In college, yeah.
In college.
The Dutch rudder.
Had I known we were going to do this, I would have got boom stands for the.
Or maybe some covers.
My
somewhere.
apologies.
Free up a hand. Hey, let's get Andy Jr. and Stopka over here to hold our mics. Hold my mic. We're jerking each other.
Let's
off.
get Rouse in here. I want to do the cheese grater.
Oh God.
It's a callback to the last one.
All right.
It's good for wart removal, right?
Wart.
Next.
Yeah, you missed a podcast. You'll see Shawnee tonight. Oh, geez. We still have 2 hours, but I think we might be up.
I'm feeling all right.
No.
Right on.
And we have Adderall to kick that
I might need
Microdot in.
might need to talk to you about the Adderall. Maybe a
I was
half.
going to save it for tomorrow.
That's fine too.
Because tomorrow, that's when we can actually cut loose.
That's right. Chad's staying an extra day.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
What's the time? We get time, right?
Well, we're at 11 minutes now.
Fuck it. We'll just go.
I'll cut it. I'll cut a minute off.
We'll do a 20-minute, 10-minute podcast.
That's all right.
No one's going to complain.
It's supersized.
Question. Tracy, we have a town hall meeting here.
Olaf, I have a question. Why microdoses of acid? Why not mushrooms?
So, okay, you can do all. Actually, psilocybin is also one of the things that you can do this with. Some people try it with ecstasy or MDMA as well, but the results from MDMA seem to have been a lot poorer. People kind of, the diminishing returns seem to hit really fast.
But acid, I don't know. I don't know. MDMA has changed and fluctuated in
For
quality since the first time I did it in 1989, 88. And it was the best,
Oh my God,
cleanest experience.
so different. 95, I remember doing.
Hang
it
on,
like-
we got Bingo on the phone. Oh, you can plug her
Oh
in?
no, we can't. We have to call her if we want to do it.
Yeah, no,
So-
we'll just
Put her on
I'll put her on
speaker.
speaker. Hey, Bingo, you're on speakerphone with Weiner, Chad Shank, and Ggreg Chaille.
Oh, excellent.
Hey, Bingo.
Hey, bingo.
We just
Hi, guys. Hi, guys.
we just did a microdose of acid. Weiner's doing a microdose. It's already been explained, but it's a very small dose that, for mental illness purposes, Weiner has been doing every day. And Chad agrees that it's good for mental illness purposes.
Well, let's give me some.
We're gonna guinea pig Chad first and see where it goes, and then we'll take care of you.
You have responded differently to hallucinogens
You don't
than
have
other people.
psychosis, right?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
do.
Do you? Well, now we're in trouble.
Let's try some
I have good
out, though.
control over it.
I'm out of lockup. Let's go. I just had a dumb computer question, so I'll call you back later. It's not been interesting.
All right. Well, say hello and all the thank yous you've been telling me to tell.
Thank you. The staff was even getting frustrated with me during mail time because they have to go through all your mail before you get it. And I swear to God, hundreds of letters came.
Bingo.
It's so great. I shit on my fan base because I don't know how to take thank yous, but yeah, we thank you a lot, everyone. And they're still gonna send shit, and you're gonna be a legend there.
She should be a legend. She's awesome.
Well, that's fantastic. Yes, thank you so much to everybody who sent stuff. And I have like a bag full of cigarettes too, like a whole bag.
They gave you cigarettes to go?
Well, they were mine. People sent them to me, and I can't give them out. You can't give anything to another patient. So I just brought all my smokes home. But I've got months worth of cigarettes here.
We'll find out if we can send just random smokes to people at Valley Hospital in Phoenix. Just go, hey,
That's great.
this is just for anyone who needs smokes. And we'll find out if we can do that. And if we can't, we'll fucking crush them and sue them into oblivion.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, go on with your podcast.
She got it.
Tell me when you're done.
All right, I love you, bye.
I love you, bye.
Yeah, no, she not only got her outfit. When we visited her, she was in prison scrubs with no shoes, and her prison scrubs 6 inches past the end of her toes. So is this just she was mopping the floor, walking in, and
Budget
but
cut.
just so adorable. And I go, keep those, because we were gonna fly her directly from her mental hospital here, but she did, when they've cut her loose immediately after 10 days, seeing no doctor
And
other
starting
than-
her on new meds.
Yeah, so
That's rough.
They
Yeah.
just sent her home. She couldn't have dealt with figuring out how to get a flight. She went to the mental hospital with reusable Safeway bags. Like, she had just a bunch of shit that she could have. No, none of this you can have.
I'm confused. You said she basically, in the whole time she was there, she had a meet and greet with a doctor. Never really had a diagnosis.
Then the second day, a longer meet and greet where they go, no, the real one's going to happen tomorrow.
And they changed her meds, or they switched up what
Changed her meds before she even got there.
in Bisbee at the emergency
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
How do they know what her meds should be?
They don't. That's a
All
fucking
right. Well,
nurse
that's what I'm trying to
practitioner.
establish here. It's like she never got to see a doctor, and yet they were fucking with her meds from the start.
Well, maybe microdoses of acid.
Maybe.
When we've done acid for fun or mushrooms for fun, she can spin out horribly.
Yeah, I would be careful. Like one of the counterindications is psychosis. Can be psychosis, like psychotic breaks from reality.
Yeah.
So like it's different from like just having like deep depressions or deep other things. But
Oops.
yeah,
I was gonna say you may have brought that up before you touched Chad's tongue with
That's
the
all right.
microphone.
No, I
It'll
have
be
good.
okay.
I have good control over my psychosis.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
I'm
actually
a
thrived
diplomat.
on hallucinogens when we've done hallucinogens, or
Oh,
he's done
we did a podcast while you were gone.
Mushrooms.
With
Yeah.
the mushroom podcast. It's I still get emails about that one.
Good.
He's a good guy.
yeah. A lot, they say psilocybin can cure a lot of things. Like they actually say it's the closest thing to a religious experience. Like people have the same people who do like the talking tongues and all this thing.
Don't sully it with that kind of description.
No, but I think what I think it is it activates certain parts of your brain that those things
Absolutely.
activate as well. I mean, it's an addiction, like the religion is, because it activates this feel good part of your brain.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Generally, the later in life I've done it, all I focus on is how hideous my body's falling apart, which is probably something I should focus on.
It's never too late. You can turn it around.
My gurgling lungs, my fucking wayfish chicken legs. No,
He says as he draws from the
Meat.
cigarette.
Yeah. We all have to fit a bill.
I smoke a hookah every day, like 5 bowls of hookah.
What's a
every day.
hookah?
Shisha, like like the Egyptian pipe.
Syrupy tobacco.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah, I smoke-
is it a tobacco product?
It is tobacco.
So it is.
It was like 3 times with the wieners. And you know what? I still to this day didn't remember your first name. And I'm like, because I just introduced you as the wieners
Yeah.
because it was funny. But once you split up with your wife,
Yeah.
then it was just you're a wiener.
Yeah. Well, I don't give a shit.
And I
It's-
go, I still don't remember his first name because I spent so many years calling them the wieners.
Yeah.
It's funny. Hey, these are the wieners, and that's Chad Shank.
and when
Brian and I are going to start our own podcast called Shank and Weiner.
Shank and Weiner. Well, like my actual initials are BJ Weiner. So like that's really true. BJ Weiner, and you can, Greg can verify that.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
wonder you know how to fight.
I was a
No one's thinking
boy
you're
named Sue.
lying.
It's a boy named
totally.
Sue, motherfucker.
No shit.
Yeah, that's why I have, I travel everywhere with, knives and whatever. I'm ready to go. I was a seaman in the Navy, right? So it's BJ Weiner.
Yeah, but
seaman.
before that, he worked at the Come and Go down in the corner.
It was a come and swallow, but whatever. Yeah, guy has to make some living somehow.
All right, that's more than 20 minutes. Well, we're going to set this down. We'll have another 10-minute podcast that might last who knows how long, but we'll set this down for now. All right, keep tuning in. We're here for another 36 hours or some shit. Chad Shank changed his flight. He's like, fuck this. I'm not leaving in the morning. I'll do the duration.
I'm already here. I smoked on the beach.
He's a diplomat, and he's a long timer.